Glasgow, we toured the countryside of Scotland for a couple of days, going up to Inverness. And on the way, we stopped by some lochs. And the Scottish word for lake is loch. So when you hear of Loch Lomond or Loch Ness or Loch Linney, that's all Lake Lomond or Lake Ness or Lake Linney. And of course, we got to hear all about they love their stories. They love their fairy tales. And most of you have heard of Loch Ness, the Loch Ness Monster. And so when we went by Loch Ness, I looked for Nessie. I looked for the monster. I did not see her. But in Loch Linney, they have another fairy tale of a creature called a kelpie. Now, kelpies eat children who get too close to the water. And I think it's the moral of the story is if you're a little kid, don't go near the water. But kelpies, when they're in the water, they can't be seen. But when they're out of the water, they take the form of a water horse. And they can roam the land, but you cannot touch a kelpie, or they'll disappear. So the kelpies are one of those fairy tales that they tell their kids about in Loch Linney. And I looked for kelpies, and I didn't see any kelpies either. But the countryside is beautiful. It's full of lakes and rivers and heather and thistle and Highland cows, which they're very proud of their Highland cows. They call them hairy cows. They're big and fluffy and fuzzy, and we saw a lot of them. And there are sheep everywhere. Every place we went, we saw sheep. So the countryside is just dotted with mountains and lakes and sheep and hairy cows. And it's gorgeous. And the leaves were just starting to turn, not just starting to turn, but they were still turning. So we got some very beautiful colors that we got to see in the countryside of Scotland. It was beautiful. It was nice drives. The roads are skinny. So there were some times when we were a little afraid in the big bus passing people, but a very beautiful countryside of Scotland.